Okay. Okay. So first question. Who was your favorite professor and why?
So when I went to School of Visual Arts, I had a professor, Matt Sheridan, and he taught me basically everything that I needed to know for the rest of the 4 years that I was at SVA for the bachelor's program. And he worked at MTV, he worked on Daria, he worked on like stuff for liquid television. But the cool thing about Matt Sheridan was that he was kind of militant, and he pushed all of us to do our best. And I try to emulate aspects of Matt Sheridan sometimes when I teach.
What's a struggle you faced in the workplace and how did you overcome it?
One of the struggles that I faced in the workplace, I'm not going to lie, it was dealing with sociopathic egos, the higher up that you go. I've had a lot of friends that I've worked with and a lot of positive experiences, but occasionally you have to deal with someone who had too many successes and let power get to their heads. And so I would say indirect manipulation and that kind of stuff coming from crappy bosses. But I've learned not to take specific jobs because of that. Other than that, everything else has been loads of fun, and I made a lot of different friends with a lot of different people. But occasionally, you do have to deal with, or at least I have dealt with in the past, with not so nice bosses. So that was my biggest hurdle in my early 20s.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who is your best friend?
My best friend is my girlfriend. We would have been married, but I am still in college debt, and I wouldn't want to pass that debt on to her. So we are spiritually married, I guess you could say. But she would be my best friend, I think.
That's very nice. What's your favorite food spot in Newark?
Favorite food spot in Newark? That's tough. I don't really eat in Newark. I could tell you my favorite food spot, like, on the whole planet.
Yeah.
It's actually in New York. It's on 369 Broome Street. It is the Saigon Vietnamese sandwich spot, and they make amazing banh mi, and it's so good. If you guys have never tried Vietnamese food, please go to Saigon Vietnamese sandwich. It's freaking amazing. They sell out before 4 p.m. That's how good they are. Yeah.
If you could co-teach with any professor, who would it be?
Oh, I mean, I would love to co-teach with Matthew Schwartz, Richard Thompson, John Kays. Anyone with an open mind, really. I'm pretty open to collabing with a lot of the people that work here. Anthony McLean, Neil. Yeah.
Did you ever have a pet gerbil?
A pet gerbil? No. I had a pet iguana.
Ooh.
When I was I guess I was a freshman in high school. 8th grade, and then freshman. So it was like, I guess I got it in the summer of graduating grammar school and going to high school. I had a pet iguana, but no gerbil.
That's cool. Are there any projects you wish you could have been a part of?
I wish I had been a part of the Baldur's Gate 3 production.
Oh, yeah.
I did not move to Belgium. Yeah, I missed that.
There's always next time.
Yeah, I guess.
What's your favorite piece of technology?
Favorite piece of technology? Right now? Favorite piece of technology? I would say it's the internet. I don't know. That's a tough one. I would say the internet. And I almost said graphics cards, but I think the internet's like a bigger deal. Yeah.
Fair enough. Which movie do you think has the worst visual effects?
Which movie has the worst visual effects? Some of that earlier, like, tokusatsu stuff, like Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla, or like the first episode of, like, Kamen Rider. One of those. Either like the early Godzilla stuff, which is still pretty cool. I love it, but the effects are kind of laughable. maybe Kamen Rider. Maybe like those first few like episodes and movies that came out with Kamen Rider franchise.
I'm gonna have to check those out.
Yeah, it's still good though. It's still good, and the newest Kamen Rider is great.
Okay, last question. If not design, what career path do you think you would have taken otherwise?
Art. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I mean, does it count if I did that as well? Or does it have to be something that I didn't do?
I guess something if you didn't do.
Something that I didn't do. I guess I like quantum physics. I know
Ooh.
that sounds crazy, but I like quantum physics. More quantum mechanics. I do incorporate some of that stuff into like 3D animation, especially like dynamics and stuff like that. But it would be great to just kind of play around with experiments and do some science with quantum mechanics. Yeah.
That's cool. I wasn't expecting that answer.
It's kind of the truth, though. I like Niels Bohr and all those people. You know, I read a lot of stuff back in the day. Now it's just all for, animation and storytelling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, just fun.
Oh.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah.